Alright. Going to do the final patch. Going to mute my phone as well. I'm excited because it means I just have finished everything for a change instead of being far behind. I don't know why. Oh, I remember. I was doing other things as well for the crafting and gathering things I'm doing, but it's no longer needed. Alright. I'm guessing in the back room again. Oh no. Apparently my internet's not good. Why? I know my PC is having issues today, but... That's alright. It's okay. I'll figure it out. I'm pretty sure I already spoke to everyone. I couldn't fight them and I couldn't even get my authority back when it was stolen, so what good am I? I need to find a way to be more useful. Ra and Alpha now patrol the city, while Y'shtola and LSA continue treating Levin's and those injured in the attack. I shall stay here to help coordinate efforts, so I suggest taking opportunity to get some rest. I will dedicate myself first to healing magic so I may help treat people's wounds. It will be a time-consuming process to reacquire my abilities, but a necessary one that I dare not rush, even though there's no telling when Calyx will make his next move. Gozan is helping us coordinate efforts with the administration here in Alexandria. We have to work hand in hand to ensure that the people can get back to their normal lives. I worry about Galulja though. I know he's still frustrated that he couldn't do anything to stop the machines. If only there was a way to take his mind off things. We've set up patrols outside, so I came back here to see how things are. Unfortunately, although we stopped the rampaging hover cargoes, now we have to deal with delays in electro transport and slowdowns in production. The complications will likely continue for some time. Targeted tragedy. Show wishes for a moment of your time. If you have a moment, Anfia, Geode wants to take stocks of current crisis. Oblivion may be lacking the finer details in certain areas, so we'd like you to lend your perspective to the conversation. Sorry to drag you into our meeting, but we need to get a better handle on threats Alexandra is facing right now. Not at all. Much has happened since the state's funeral, and a clearer idea of where things stand would be beneficial for us all as well. First things first then, let's discuss the state of the machine malfunctions. Every single sector reported instances of sentries attacking citizens without provocation, and vehicles suddenly becoming unresponsive to controls. And while these malfunctions were resolved fairly quickly, they nevertheless resulted in a considerable number of injuries and deaths. But you haven't heard anything about new incidents since then, right? Right, no additional reports have been logged as far as I know. That's the good news. The bad news is, I tried to take control of the soldiers when they started hurting people, but they wouldn't listen to me, even though I have the king's authority. Once things calmed down, I was able to make them give up their weapons, but if it happens again, I don't know if they'll ignore me like before. The king of Resolve's authority is about the highest there is. Who is this man that can override it with such impunity? Calix. He lived in the age of the storm surge as I did. Ugh, so creepy. Lest you forget, he was known for his advancements in electrode technology, and it was he who established preservation for the purpose of furthering his research. The wasting disease which afflicted him, however, was said to leave him scant years left to live. My god, such complicated words. He must have chosen to undergo conversion into an endless, that he might continue his efforts into the present day. Preservation's early goals seemed noble enough, exploring treatments for Levin sickness, designing Ffxiv score system, that sort of thing. Why harm the people he was ostensibly trying to help? I do not pretend to fully understand Calix's motivations, only that he appeared incensed by what he saw as mankind's failings. He asserted that the strategy of adapting our species through generational succession was outdated, that evolution now requires us to forsake bodies of flesh in favor of eternal preservation. We've already seen how he's employed the simulant to convince Alexandrians that endless conversion is their only hope for survival. Eternal life is assured for the 5,000 who register their neo-regulators. But this is merely one part of Calix's greater plan. He wants the key to the interdimensional fusion. With that relic in his possession, he will draw ether from the reflections and expand his efforts to create endless 1,000-fold. If we mean to follow Calix's schemes, then our only option is to determine where he's hiding and put him down, which unfortunately is easier said than done. I've been scouring the terminal we found in the depths of Ffxiv, but I've failed to uncover even the slightest trace of his activities. Give me a little more time, though I'm sure I can sniff him out. And I'm sure I can sniff him out. I'll help you. He's so adorable. While Galudra and Shill are working on that, I think I'm going to take a look around town. I want to make sure no new problems have cropped up, as well as search for any information that might lead us to Calix. You're welcome to come along. Another malfunction could happen at any time, and I'd be glad to have some brawlers at my back. Count me in. Ra and the others are helping Oblivion patrol to the other levels of the keep. So shall we stick to the streets of Solution 9? Sounds like a plan. Thanks, you two. I appreciate the company. I have to speak with the city's administrators about bringing in the Land Guard. I want our soldiers around to protect those who are moving to Tuliolo. Alvino and Alice will be joining me for the meeting, so the three of us can cover that sector as soon as we're done. If I may, I'd like to join Envia's group, if you'll have me. The more mouths to ask questions, the merrier, as long as you're aware of the dangers. Thank you, I'll do my best not to be a burden. I'm more worried about you, Geode. Don't do anything stupid. You'll change your tune once we get back with the goods on Calix, then the drinks are on you. Come on, let's continue this outside. Alright. There better be combat involved. I wish I could grow up faster, then there'll be so much more I can do when I'm bigger like you. Good luck with your patrol and take your time. We can do without Geode until you're done with the old sod. Ah, sorry. Just when I think I've internalized better manners, talking with Geode brings back all the old habits. Alright. I'll do my utmost to ensure the happiness of Alexandra and its people. The city looks as though it's regained a sense of normalcy. Alas, the people will not soon forget recent events. Sorry, I was off in my own little world. Shall we get started? The people seem uneasy. Are you alright, Geode? Let's see what there's to see. Are you alright? Me? I'm well enough given the circumstances. It was the Queen's fondest wish that her subjects remain shielded from the horrors of death, and so they were for the longest time. Then, the moment mortality once again becomes an unavoidable fact of life, they are greeted with an outbreak of bloody violence. Many are bound to give the endless alternative serious consideration. Indeed, and I do not blame them for that. It's only natural that such thoughts should come to mind. What I cannot forgive is the way Calyx wields fear and misery to manipulate people into making that choice. No one, not Calyx, nor anyone else, should dictate how we cope with the scepter of death. Even as one who lived as an Alexandrian, I wish to put the choices for this country's futures back into the hands of its citizens. And you think we can handle that responsibility after everything you've seen of us? It is what I've seen that has convinced me you can. I awoke 4 centuries later to find our people living and laughing beneath Alexandria's banners. Though surprised and bewildered, I was overjoyed to see it so. You all deserve to be happy. Well then. We'd best not let you down. Now, I suggest we move as a group. We don't know if or when a battle might find us. Oh, I believe someone came prepared for such an eventuality. Ah, she has a little grimoire. Is that the grimoire you retrieved from the old castle? Yes. My parents gifted it to me when I was a child. They were adamant that I should learn to protect things important to me. I was fortunate enough to have a tutor in arcane arts, so I lay claim to some small measure of skill. If that's the case, it might be better if we split into 2 groups after all. It would certainly be more efficient for information gathering. I guess that makes sense. The 2 of you can take the west side of the recreation zone then. Envia and I will take the east. Very well. We shall end our patrol in the plaza just past True View and await you there. I finally got my hands on a neo-regulator, and then came this close to crashing into a Hoover cargo. The day I become endless can't come soon enough. I only hope I live that long. Just getting all the dialogue in. My grimoire is inlaid with electrope in a manner which augments arcane power. It should prove a useful tool. I'll keep my eyes and ears open. Any information could be helpful, no matter how seemingly insignificant. Let's do the rounds then. We'll see what's what, and chat to the people we meet along the way. Pay special attention to anyone who looks overwhelmed or overly excited. Hopefully that will earn us a tidbit or two we didn't know before. Pretty sure you still say the same thing. Are the sentries and air wheelers safe to be around now? I just know it's going to happen again, and maybe next time I'll be the one who dies in a horrible accident. I need a neo-regulator. Becoming endless is the only way. Even Queen Ffxiv said so. Ah, the memories. I used to drink around here all the time. I made sure not to overdo it when I had to work the next day, but once we were past the busy season, or when the ladies weren't amenable to my company, well, you'd have to scrape me off the street outside in the morning or afternoon. The worst I ever got was on what should have been the worst day of my life. If only I could remember it. I was still wearing my regulator back then. It was also the day I first met Chill, although I guarantee she's forgotten it completely. I'm guessing you would have preferred to go with Ffxiv and Kral, but I'm afraid you're stuck with me. I grow on people though, I promise. You want to hear my story? Well, I appreciate you offering a sympathetic ear. There's not much to tell. If you must know, a good friend of mine died when those machines went crazy. His air wheeler dropped right out of the sky, and he didn't survive the crash. Damn fool wasn't wearing a regulator. I know that's not so strange these days, but he'd never bothered with one. He was at peace with the idea of dying someday, and I thought I understood what that meant, until it happened. Light-hearted citizen. What has me in such a fine mood, you ask? Well, I've registered my new regulator. I was leery of becoming nothing but memories at first, but now that I've gone through with the registration, I've never felt more at ease. Also, once it was done, the regulator displayed the current numbers of the 5,000 slots available. Over 3,800 have already been filled. So, if you're still hesitant, you've not much time to make your mind up. Mark my words, friends. When there's only a few slots left, it's going to get very ugly. And yeah, a word? I feel like there was a new factor in these stories we've heard, one we hadn't considered during our discussion with everyone in the back room. That people are still deadly afraid. That fights are likely to break out over the new regulators, that a victim of violence wasn't wearing a regulator, that's the second thing. The fact that nearly 4,000 people have registered is worthy of its own report, but are you sure there wasn't anything else? That a victim of violence wasn't wearing a regulator? I'm now just spitting. Yes, that's it! The vast majority of residents have always worn regulators, so it's not a detail we normally think about. With the supply of souls cut off, though, more and more people have been going without them. We need to look into casualties from the recent attacks and check whether or not they were occupied with regulators. Let's ask around on the street over the east. It was pretty chaotic at the time, but maybe we'll find eyewitnesses who can help us confirm if it was a pattern or not. We'll be seeing fights over neo-regulators in the very near future. Should you get one, I suggest you register right away. Is there someone here? Oh, you're not gonna tell me anything interesting, I think. Oh, that sucks. That's a long walk. But we can sprint. People just drinking their sorrows away. It was once my job to deliver goods by hovercargo. That's why I know a fair number of names and faces throughout the city. The little ones who jumped for joy when I brought them packages. The old lady who would always greet me with a smile. I'd hate for anything bad to happen to them. I feel like something bad's going to happen to you. You're going to die, Dispatch, aren't you? Subtle foreshadowing. Hello, how are you today? Please let me know if I may be of service. Oh, that's... Citywide casualties data unavailable. Government officials are currently processing reports from all affected zones. Can you narrow it down to the recreation zone then? You must have some estimates on hand. Recalibrating parameters. Injured 87 individuals. Casualties 19 individuals. Casualties equipped with regulators 0. Wait. Oh, it's the Arcadian. I was like, that's a familiar name, but different thing. Unsettled sanitation worker. You wish to know if people who died in the machine rampage were wearing regulators? I'm sorry, but I was assigned to clearing away debris. Debris. My god. Away debris. I didn't see any of them of the deceased. No bodies were present by the time I arrived, so I assumed the ushers had already done their work. I do remember there being patches of white dust scattered around, but that patches of white dust scattered about that were quite a chore to clean up, but nothing else worthy of mention. And yeah, I think it's time we rejoined Kryl and Ffxiv. I was half joking with my boast to Shell, but we may have stumbled upon something major here. We should share our findings and keep pursuing this avenue of inquiry. Didn't Kryl say to meet them in the plaza just outside Ffxiv? Let's get going. Alright, let's get going. Almost there. There they are. We finished our patrol as well. Did it not seem that more people wanted neo-regulators than before? What kind of cutscene is this? We get voices? I doubt it. So, essentially, you're saying that the people who were killed by malfunctioning machines weren't wearing regulators? Well, the numbers are still tentative and only apply to that one zone. We don't know how they'll stack up against the overall data, but this is definitely more than a coincidence. I think it's safe to say that anyone who had removed their regulators was a priority target. Now that you mention it, the person I was treating for injury wasn't wearing one either. But why? Why are they being targeted over everyone else? Based solely on the lack of neo-regulators, we cannot judge if a person has no desire to become endless, or if they simply fail to acquire one of the limited devices. But those who wear no regulators at all, they have clearly rejected the old system of having souls to revive themselves. But another way, they have chosen to live their lives in knowledge that death is an inevitability. The chances that such resolute people would wish to become endless are far lower, I would imagine. And so Calyx has chosen those least likely to accept this vision as victims to stoke fear and panic. But there was no need to kill anyone. With the way things were, the people were already fearful enough. He could have found 5,000 willing citizens without all this madness. You make a good point. Perhaps his sowing of terror is a service to another scheme, or or he had some other need for the lives he's taken. What of the dust found at various sites? Could something have been done to the victims? The dust. I wonder, what about the sanitation worker's story? She saw no bodies, but mentioned piles of dust. Dust, but no bodies? Where have I heard that before? Do you recall when we went to save Erenville from the sentries in the outskirts? That Usher Malachite told us much the same thing. When I arrived, I found no body, only a pile of dust, which the wind quickly scattered. Confused, I questioned the residents, but no one knew what become of it. Both stories speak of missing remains, suspicious enough, but the shared mention of the dust is too much to ignore. In that case, we should confirm if this substance was present at other sites and attempt to ascertain its nature. Following this thread may lead us not only to an explanation for the missing bodies, but to also the intent behind Calix's murderous actions. Maybe they took all the ether from the body and that's all that remains, just a pile of dust. Ooh, the music changes. Enfia, we need your help. I've lost control of the soldiers in this residential area. They might be trying to hurt people again. Oblivion members are on their way now, but are you close enough to join them? I'm on my way, child. I'll fight. Damn it, our investigation will have to wait. Let's go! Wait, who's that? Don't get close. Let me handle this. Cracks knuckles. Oh my god.
Stay back! Stay away from me!
Who's gonna do something?
Leave him alone!
Are you alright?
All right.
What happened here?
A sentry walked into my apartment, even though I'd locked the door and everything. I managed to run, but the man who tried to save me...
Who is that? He's one of Oblivion,
No
though.
weapons, which is to be expected, considering all the sentries were meant to be disarmed. Yet it was ordered to attack all the same, even if that meant using its bare hands.
I'll leave matters here to you. I'm going to do a sweep of the surrounding area.
Do you know anyone else in this sector who no longer wears a regulator?
Oh, I don't think I've seen Isadora and her boy with theirs recently.
Oh. Damn it. No! Don't tell me.
Go to them, quickly!
No, they wouldn't. The boy found the cure and now he's dead. Or the mom is dead. I would be awfully sad if the boy's dead. Oh, fuck. Are you alright?
Wyaquay!
Why is it named like that?
I'll be fine. But Isadora's in bad shape.
Oh.
Mother,
Oh, she is
Mother, please.
just dead. She is straight up dead.
Isadora.
I don't think your healing spells are going to do anything for her. I fear. I'm sorry,
Thank
sweet.
goodness. She wasn't struck anywhere vital.
Oh, she is alive. I thought she was dead.
I'm sorry. If only I'd gotten here sooner. Everything will be all right. I promise to make your mother better.
Aww.
Thank you, miss.
That's adorable.
Will she sleep like that forever? No, not forever. She'll wake soon, I'm sure of it. That's good to hear. Thank you for saving her.
That was a very long first quest, if I have to be honest. Alright. Go. Go, 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 go. Anyone else here? Nope. Just Sveen. She should recover in due course. I'm glad we arrived when we did. When I was sick and couldn't move, my mother was always at my side, always keeping me company, and I'm going to do the same for her. Forgive me, I was reckless. You shouldn't have had to waste time tending my wounds as well. Did you see our other comrade back there? He stayed behind in the lobby, but I heard the sounds of fighting. Ooh, yeah, he's dead. I'm sorry. He must have fallen protecting the residents. Yeah, he is, he's dead. For their sakes, I have to remain calm. Yeah, I already read that. The endless choice. Wyaquay is fearful for her comrade. Her comrade, you think he may have been struck down? If he's wounded or worse, I should go to him. Wait, please. It isn't safe and you still need rest. Would you stay with Milos and watch over Isadora for me? We will tend to your friend. Thank you. Please be careful yourself. Do you have something else to say? Nope. No, I don't want to talk to you again. You. Isadora and Milos had completed the application to leave the dome and were practically out the door when all this happened. We'll make sure they're taken care of the moment. The moment Isadora is ready to leave. To travel. Leave, travel. Same thing. Where's the door? I don't know where. My god. The door is here. Do I need to fight someone? Do I need to kill someone? I want to kill someone. It's time. It's so peaceful all this time doing MSQ. That man, this is awful. Why is this happening? Doris going to be alright then? I'm so glad. I've just finished my ministrations here. Our Oblivion comrade was beyond saving, I'm afraid. That brave soul. He gave his life to save another. He died protecting me. I don't understand why any of this is happening. That sentry was behaving normally, like any other. Then all of a sudden, it tried to kill me. Weapons or no, Calyx commanded them to commit murder. Is it over? We came as soon as... Oh God! We came as soon as... Bayakawa sent word. I hate that name. Please give me easier names. Oh no. I'm sorry. By the time we arrived, it was already too late. Then Geode could be in trouble too. Once we have this radius locked down, we need to find him. Where the fuck is Geode? But why? Has something happened? Possibly. We're not sure what, but he stopped responding to our communications. We need to prioritize securing the residential sector though, at least until we regain control over the sentries. Where the fuck did Geode go? He's dead. Told you he was gonna die. Then we should search for Geode. I agree. Since most Oblivion members have sworn off regulators, if our theory holds true, then they could be prime targets for the next attacks. Please do what you can to shepherd the residents to safety, but avoid sentries at all costs. Our thanks. Here, take these communicators. We've made modifications to them to prevent Calyx from intercepting the signal, and have been using them to coordinate movement with allies in the vicinity. Wayakawa has one too, so I'll ask her to keep hailing Geode. Good luck and stay safe. Geode said he would sweep the surrounding area, so he shouldn't have ventured too far. Let's go going. I hope you find Geode soon. I know it's probably saving people with one hand and fighting off threats with the other, but I can't help but worry. Pray thank your Malila friend for me. Who the fuck is that? Milala. Pray thank you Milala friend for me. I will be still... Oh, Kryl! He means Kryl. I would still be a helpless mess if not for her encouragement. I think she means Kryl. He means Kryl. Leave matters here to us. We'll see our fallen comrade and make sure no one else comes to harm. What else is going on here? Where is Kryl? Where is Kryl? Damn it. Please, Geode, be safe. Don't tell me they killed Kryl off as well. You see no sign of Geode. Perhaps you should search further to the east. East? Oh, Kryl is fine. Thank God. I know Geode's gonna be dead. I just know it. That was just something to say, like, before he would die. Let's search around the apartments first. You see no sign of Geode. Wayakawa's voice crackles forth from the communicator. Geode! Geode, answer me! There's no response. Perhaps you should continue your search further to the east. Is there a puddle of blood? If only I could fix this. The unit is inexpensive. I see no puddle of blood anywhere as well. How far has this guy gotten? You see no sign of Geode. The neighboring residential radius would be the next logical place to look. Oh, Geode. Geode, you're... Why? Why?
This is the only place left. Let them be safe.
Geode, are you there? Answer me, please!
I'm here. Sorry for the long silence. I've been busy.
You asshole. I thought you were dead.
You're alive! Thank the gods! Where are you now?
The radius next door. The lobby is secure. I'll scout the second floor. Then I'll join...
I knew it. They were just gathering ether from the bodies. And then the only thing remains is dust. Oh, I'm so brilliant. I'm so brilliant.
That dust.
They just are just...
Dust? What are you talking about? What's happening?
At least he's alive. For
They're
now.
not just collecting souls. They're draining the bodies of corporeal ether. The dust that we saw was all that was left of the victims. They must have modified the soul cells.
Oh no, old man.
Shit.
Oh, another one. My god, you're so slow.
Damn you!
Well, that's effective as well. No, not effective enough.
You can't be here! You need to run, now!
Oh, damn. You're fucked, dude. Oh, now he's dead.
Take care of the others, eh?
I knew it, he was gonna die. Ooh. And I knew it. Oh shit. I'm sorry. I just wanted to move this one a bit down.
No sign of him so far.
This way, maybe?
Well, he's dead. Told you I was dead. He was going to die. There was no way he wouldn't die. Sorry. Okay, we'll have to do this.
Geode!
Is he just a pile of dust, or? Oh yeah. He is now. Fight. Let me fight them, please. I just wanna wipe the floor with them. That's Geode. Geode is now not a stone, but a pile of dust. Smush stone.
A shame. I had hoped to leave here with at least one more cell's worth of ether.
Oh. Calyx.
But seeing how eager you are to interfere, I shall cut this foray short.
He knows he cannot beat me. Oh, I hate him. He looks so creepy.
Calyx. What could you possibly stand to gain from these atrocities?
Ether sufficient to generate 5,000 endless. How would you acquire it?
How would I?
Until I have the key, the reflections are closed to me. Thus do I make do with the sources at hand.
Oh, I just noticed something's wrong.
7% of Alexandria's current population will yield the energy to convert 5,000 into endless. With 11%, operations could continue unabated for 800 years. Our bodies are fated to decay sooner or later. These ones refuse the gift of eternal life, so what difference does it make if I return them to Ether now? I will not waste time and resources on meaningless conflict. This unit cannot offer you worthwhile resistance.
Yeah, I'll just sloosh that.
Instead, I pose a question. Would you hand over the key if I promise to halt my harvest?
No, you're not getting the goddamn key. You would only seek other victims. I will halt your harvest by defeating you. You're dead. Done. Hanged at the stake.
It was foolish of me to even ask.
Yeah, it was.
I return to my work then. There is much to do if I must take the key by force.
Didn't even take the cell. What an idiot. What an idiot. Alright. No more cutscene, right? Okay. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Which is pressing this button, then that button. Scrolling. Update. It's updated. Now it should be fine. Alright. Anything else interesting? Cryle. I can't. I have to do this right. I can't. There are no words. This pile of dust, these ashes, and the soul cell he left behind, was that his twisted way of returning Geo to us? Damn you, Calyx! Damn you and your careless cruelty! He was our friend. Even so, some might say every death was justified if it meant 5,000 endless could continue their immortal lives. And if a reflection stolen's ether would if a reflection stolen's ether allowed for any more endless, why that would be a noble sacrifice for the greater good. Who could think that? Not I. Certainly not I. Oh my god, that frown. We know only too well there's not noble in this sacrifice. Don't look so sad. We have to stop him. We have to find Calyx and put an end to this madness as soon as possible. And under no circumstances can we let the key fall into possession Envia. It falls to us. We must. We will thwart his plans here in Alexandria before he can terrorize innocents in reflections elsewhere. I will hold on to Geode's gun. If you could take his soul cell, please. Memories and yours. Oh, my memories and yours. I have to sneeze. Alright. Though gripped by sadness, Sven spurs herself to action. We should return to the back room. Shu and the others need to know what happened. Yes, I'll ask Wayakawe to meet us there as well. Oh, the poor girl. She's too nice. The soul cell. I would have suspected Chill being his lover.
Our dear Geode.
The soldiers. If only I'd been able to control them.
This isn't your fault, Gololja. The blame lies with Calyx, and with him alone. It's all so senseless. Why force his plans upon us when we're already happy, living our lives? What does he even think life is? I'll never forgive Calyx for doing this. Or myself for being powerless to stop him.
No worries, I'll fix this. As long as he's not gonna be the villain in 8.0, because I don't want him to be the villain.
To clear my head. Don't worry, I won't do anything stupid.
She's going to commit murder.
I'll make sure nostalgia stays out of trouble.
She's going to commit murder. She will.
Thank you.
Things would have been far worse if you and Geode hadn't rushed in there. Many people are still alive because of you. And after adding what you discovered to the leads we've dug up, I'm hopeful we can determine where Calyx is hiding. But not right now.
Time for more mourning and grief.
We need time before we can move on. Just a little time.
I'll move on. I'll make sure everything's going to be fine.
Oh, Geode.
Oh my god. Everyone's here. We'll go around the circle and we'll skip over you. I'm told that the members tasked with keeping residents safe returned with the bodies of their comrades. They all risked so much. We made swift. My God. We made a swift patrol of the other levels and confirmed that Calyx had carried out a number of targeted attacks, all to harvest more ether, it seems. I got back control of the sentries, probably around the same time Calyx left. I'm sorry I couldn't stop them. I assume you know better by now, but I hope you're not planning to try anything alone. We're all here with you. I'm definitely trying to do something alone here. I've spoken with Bouclamat. They cut their meeting short to deal with the aftermath of the latest violence. Anyone else here? You have nothing interesting to say. Another comrade gone. Some days it's almost more than I can... What was it? Scary. Geode was... He was an older brother to the soldier and me. She knew him longer though, and is surely taking it the hardest. And that's on top of what happened with Kakiwa. My God! Kakiwa. Do you think you could check on her? See how she's doing? She's like to put on a brave face if it's me or my sister. Ugh. I'm struggling to talk and read. Apologies. My mind was elsewhere. We need to press him with the hunt for Calyx, but I can't seem to focus. I should be better than this. I know. Is there anything I can do? As you said, you need time to work it through. You're right. I ought to heed my own words. As it stands, I'm of no use to anyone. Kakiwa. What a horrible name. Aaronville's mom used to say that the best thing to do with grief was to let it all out. So, I think I'll take myself over to Earth in the sky and say my goodbyes to Geode. Why don't you come along? I could use someone to blubber to if you've a shoulder to spare. Right then, let's get out of Ffxiv for a bit. Where's Earth and Sky again? I don't remember. I don't remember. I also want to know when I get the fights. Wait a second. When do I get the fights? I'm now doing the Promise of Tomorrow. The Promise of Tomorrow. Which is that. And now we have to post down to a scenario quest. We scroll down. And we're at that one, which means I'm not getting it anytime soon. Yikes. It's the far track on foot, so I've arranged for a couple of air wheelers. They've had the communication modules removed, so even Calyx shouldn't be able to seize control of them. Say the words and we'll set off. Ready? We'll be flying close to the pylon, so follow my lead. Yes. Something's gonna happen. These airways are Janot's babies. You won't find a smoother ride in all of Ffxiv. For years now, I've been taking one out of a turn whenever I needed to lighten my mood. Sometimes Geode would come along too, and we'd end up racing. Does this surprise you? Our friendship always had a competitive edge. Oh, this is so slow. We would often talk about how one day we might fly our wheelers outside the dome. This is really a glorified cutscene. I feel even that Chocobo is hanging still in the sky is flying faster than us. Easy, Solani. Almost there, but be sure the ground is clear before you touch down. if it's anything like flying in No Man's Sky. You need worry. Phew. That's helped clear my mind. Phew. That's helped clear my head a touch. You know, Ffxiv, you might be the first person I've ridden with who wasn't an Oblivion recruit. As far as I remember, at least, the memories from my regulated days aren't exactly reliable. Come on, let's head inside. Hopefully the way will be clear of pests today. I'll wipe out the pests if I have to. Murder, 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 murder. Yes, yes, yes. I see that there's pests inside. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. No worries, Shale. I'm here. I'm here to fix it. Ah, just our luck. No need to worry. I haven't been able... My god, I can't even press buttons yet. You're done. You're done. Please lay down. Thank you. Is that it? How is it? Thanks. We can usually avoid such encounters, but sometimes they wander in and block the only path. Not that it slowed you down at all. I've never seen you fight up close before, and the civilian speed clearly didn't do it justice. Ahem. Hopefully that keeps the route clear for a while, shall we? Oh, I remember sitting here.
Whenever we lost a comrade, the three of us would come back here to reminisce. Me, Geode, and Ffxiv. Will you raise a glass?
Yeah, I'll raise a glass. I will in spirit note to Geode's memory. My god, I'm not that much of a prick.
Oh.
Everyone has the same idea.
What are the two of you doing here?
I had a feeling you'd show up. Would you like to join us?
Oh, that's so cute.
I suppose I could spare a moment. They tell us Oblivion's founders disappeared some decades ago under mysterious circumstances. And it was Ffxiv who revived our organization. You and Geode helped her with that, didn't you? Tell us more about it. You're keen to know too, right? What they were like back then. The mad things they got up to. That sort of thing.
So
those were the days.
Time.
It was actually right before the Reformation that I met Geode. I still wore a regulator then. And had recently lost someone close to me. And also quit a long stint as an adapter to work at a bar of all places. It paid me to sit with patrons and keep them company.
Oh my god, you were a sex worker.
So Geode came in one night. It wasn't long before we got into an argument. First time customer, but tempers flared. And then one of us threw a punch.
You got into a fist fight? What were you even arguing about?
Damned if I know. We were deep in our cups. I think we were both just frustrated and angry at everything. By the end of it, we were both sprawled out in the street. Pair of drunken fools. Then this odd machine stopped to lecture us, scolding us for obstructing the foot traffic and not taking better care of ourselves.
I can't imagine you ever being in such a sorry state. The odd machine, that was Ffxiv, I take it?
That it was. Once she was done upbraiding us for our unseemly behavior, she launched into a recruitment pitch. Ffxiv explained that she wanted to protect the outside world from Zoralja's invasion, to keep him from bringing ruin to the place her beloved son lived. And if we were so intent on self-destruction, then perhaps we might consider risking our hides for a just cause. It was a lot to take in. I hadn't given much thought to what lay beyond the barrier, and learning that Ffxiv herself was already dead was enough to make my head spin. But Geode and I were intrigued by her ideas, and wanted to see this future of hers come to pass.
Geode often spoke of it. He told me that meeting Ffxiv was what first taught him the value of remembering people.
Like he was sharing a holy revelation.
Oh, but back then you hadn't yet taken on Oblivion's name, had you?
Is that so? I just assumed.
It hadn't been Ffxiv's intention to carry on Oblivion's legacy, nor adopt the cause your parents championed. Not initially, at least. She wasn't even aware such an organized resistance existed. She did, however, suspect the presence of other dissidents, those who objected to resurrecting the memories of the dead in defiance of the natural order. In the hopes of identifying like-minded comrades, we began searching the core system for traces of unauthorized access. And that's how we found it.
Found what?
An anomalous sector in the back of the Neon Stein. According to Melancholy, the door to that mystery had remained firmly shut since she took over the business.
The back room.
The back room. We forced our way in, only to discover that the hideout had long been abandoned. Although the occupants were gone, the equipment they'd left behind contained records of a group calling itself Oblivion. After reading through their exploits and their vision for the future, we made the decision to carry on their work.
Thus were my parents' and Ffxiv's hopes bound together.
And carried onward by Shale and Geode.
We could never have made it this far on our own, of course. Not without the strength of arms you and your friends provided.
No need to thank me, I'm just a brawler, to be fair.
Losing comrades is a hard thing, but being here, thinking back on the moments we shared, I could see their smiles, hear their laughter. I feel their presence, and I know they're still with us. But these memories of mine are for me alone. Reminders of why I chose to do this, and why I'll stay the course. Right. Time we got back to work. Thank you, everyone.
No, it's me who should be thanking you. Though the pain is still deep, I don't feel like I'm drowning in it anymore. Let's get out there and put a stop to Calyx. For you, for me, and for everyone who's ever believed in Oblivion.
Alright, sorry. I just was in daydreaming mode. I appreciate you helping me through this, and not only the grief, you've helped me see that my grandparents mean more than I realized, which only fuels my determination. I'll be spending every waking moment working to bring Calix to account for his crimes. I'll do my part, then you do yours. Oblivion needs you. Christ. I was just out of it for a second. I'm sorry. My goodness. The darkness in the heart. Chillon steals her heart for the work ahead. It's time I went back to locating Calix's lair. I have a new strategy in mind, but it remains to be seen if it will aid narrowing down the possibilities. I'll ask Kral for help. I want to re-examine the data, starting with that of her parents. After all, they were the first to break away from the preservation and establish an organized resistance with Oblivion. There must be something in there that can point us in the right direction. What are your plans, Enfia? I guess fighting. Enfia, is that you? Apologies for calling so suddenly. I've been making the rounds in the outskirts and I cannot help but feel as though something's amiss. Might I ask you to join me? Your perspective would be most appreciated and can wait until you finish attending the show, of course. I am on my way, sweet cheeks. It seems your plans have been decided for you. Go on. I've others to speak with before I return to the back room. Where's the exit? Here's the exit. Alright. One second, guys. I'm almost ready to go. Okay, yeah, alright. I'm ready. Let's go. Go. No, right, no. Okay, I guess I'll be riding a chocobo. Where's the exit? I know I could teleport, but it's more fun. Oh, the music already tells me there's something amiss. Enfia, thank you for coming. As I mentioned, I would benefit from your worldly experience. Oh. Perhaps it's my imagination, but at times people appear to be acting oddly. That is, even considering the current state of affairs. As I'm yet unfamiliar with the outskirts, I thought you might be better equipped to judge if their behavior is unusual or not. My god. Would you speak with them and see what you think? Though I hope to be proven wrong. I fear something is not right here. Well, the music is definitely not right. Neo-regulator equipped resident. Ah, there it goes. It's the neo-regulators. You're not wearing a regulator. But don't you know the end is coming? Well, it's your life to lose. Me? I got myself one of those neo-regulators and registered it a while ago. As soon as I did, the display appeared showing the number of registered users. Right now it's sitting at 4,168. The upper limit was 5,000, wasn't it? Seems the total shut up right after those machine malfunctioned. It's only a matter of time before everyone registered. I pity those who weren't chosen, but I'm going to be endless. I'm going to evolve and live happily ever after. No, not creepy or anything. Oh, please tell me you brought one more new regulators. Officially, they've all been handed out already, but I've heard rumors there were a few left over. Surely the government still has some. Or perhaps Queen Ffxiv. I may not look it, but I was a hunter once. But back then, I hardly gave that a second thought. But now that I know the truth, it's all I can think about. There has to be a way to hold on. There has to. Greetings. I remember when you visited with Queen Ffxiv. Come to check on our well-being, have you? Well, I can say that things are rather stressful out here as well. Without knowing if or when our machinery might turn on murderous, the specter of death is ever present. People are terrified, and the clamor for new regulators has reached a fever pitch. I personally was fortunate to have claimed new device early on, and have long since completed the registration. That has no hold over me now. Now, I must begin my prayers. The darkness draws closer, grows deeper, and we must cast it out. Well, you've gonna say. So, what do you think? Was I right to worry? Oh, absolutely. Tensions are running high. Yes, that is exactly it. The people are overwhelmed by uncertainty and fear, and with each new registration, the fear inside them grows more insistent. How long until it drives them into full-blown panic? Bleep, bleep, bleep. Bleep, bleep, bleep. Enfia, can you come to resolution? We have a problem, and I'm already here with Lamici and Alpha now. We have to go. It sounds like she wants us there in a hurry. We should go.
What's happened? Sorry to drag you out here, but I thought it best you see for yourself.
Oh.
Death is your constant companion.
I think he's hiding in living memory.
Though you toil with diligence, death may come ere your reward is bestowed. Though your grand works be poised for completion, death may come ere you wake the following morn. Though you enjoy a life of peace and good fortune, death needs but one instant to claim you. Your bodies are weak. Your heart, your brain, every fragile organ rolls the dice from moment to moment. Sheer chance deciding if they function or fail. Be you stoic or generous or righteous, no virtues tip the scales in that fatal reckoning. The choice is made without reason. The end is cloaked in terror. That is what it means to die.
The announcement began after we finished our meeting with Gotham. As for its source, well...
Calyx.
There is no shame in being afraid. It is that very fear which will drive you to conquer death. Let us set a new course for mankind. Let us preserve our existence unto perpetuity.
This really just not creepy at all.
Hope for it, wish for it, pray for it. We will become endless.
Not creepy at all.
With evolution's brilliance, will we banish the ever-present darkness of mortality.
Change isn't easy. No one ever wants to take the first step. But this is the right path for us.
Are you
what
sure?
What other way could there be? I'm gonna do it. I'm going to register.
Val Wuklemat! You couldn't have come at a better time. Please, you have to let us move to Tuliolal.
Why?
It's too dangerous to stay here. Who knows when the next century will turn on us? Even if we wanted to become endless, there are no more neo-regulators to be had. Fleeing is our only option.
If the solution was as simple as leaving, then we'd all have left already. Did you not hear the announcement? For the living, death is a foregone conclusion.
Well, yeah,
no
that's...
matter where we go, or who we shelter with, we won't get another chance like this to overcome
pretty
our
sure
fate.
Becoming endless requires dying.
Say when you have that regulator.
I think.
The Landsguard are on their way as we speak, and arrangements have been made to see that you all will be safely evacuated. Tulichola will aid you in whatever way we can. So please, remain calm.
I want to help Alexandria. I want to save its people. But what can I do?
Pretty sure you're the...
I am not their queen.
I'm pretty sure you are, actually. You have her face, her voice. Maybe not her memories, but... Oh, so much dialogue again. First those deadly malfunctions, and now a citywide announcement. He has spent considerable effort recruiting his 5,000 Endless, perhaps more than necessary even. We had the hopefuls who descended on Lamachi dispersed for now. We could see the tempers in the crowd were starting to fray. This latest wave of attacks may not have been as widespread, but people are reaching their breaking point. We have to stop Calyx soon. I'm sorry I couldn't be there in time. Crowd told me everything that happened while we were away. My apologies. The sign is not responding to any of our attempts to change the display or switch it off. That's it. Calyx has access to the core system, which means that if he chooses to do so, he could deploy the soldiers beyond the barrier. Even if our people learn to live with death and decide to leave the dome behind, they will not be beyond his reach. Yet, if it serves to allay their fears even a little, I beg you, Wuklemat, please let them shelter in Tuliolal. We will welcome any and all who want to come. We've already begun evacuations and will be able to pick up a place once the Landsguard arrive. In which case, we have best spread out and keep an eye on the crowds. The mood is tense and we must prepare possible violence. If you happen to determine where Calyx is hiding, though we'll be able to move at a moment's notice. Surely we'll find a clue of some kind. He can't elude us forever. I think he's in living memory. That's where I think he's hiding. Violence and fear. This is not the future she envisioned for a nation. You've given so much of yourself to aid those in need. I must endeavor to find my own small way to help. Preservation their purpose. I know that somewhere I've opened a little file, which still says I'm nowhere near the damn dungeons. I just want to do the dungeons. Oh, I also am expecting an email. Do I have the email yet? I'm expecting. Wait, okay, hold on for 1 second. I have to check. A little app. If it's will load actually. Oh, Wuklamat assesses her surroundings with grim determination. Tuliola will gladly welcome every lost Alexandrian with open arms. But what of the nation the late queen was so desperate to preserve? What of that bright heaven of peace and laughter? Wuklamat. I won't stand here and let her legacy be sullied any further. I will protect Alexandria. That was the promise I made her at last. But she betrayed you, did she not? Why do you feel this obligation? I saw myself in her, I suppose. We both felt the people's joy as our own, yet alone we lacked the strength to protect them. There is so much that I love in this world, too much for me to take in my arms and keep safe. And that made me afraid. I needed someone who shared that love and fear, so together we could do what we couldn't by ourselves. Or maybe it's simpler than that. Maybe I just wish that we could have been friends. So when she turned to me in her final hour, desperate to safeguard Alexandria's future, I swore that I would see it done. In the end, I think you both found the friend you needed. I would be yours as well, Ffxiv. Whenever you fall or struggle to rise, I'll come running to the rescue and you'll do the same for me. That's how we protect the things we love. That's how we will protect Alexandria. You're right. You're right. And don't forget about me. I'm still here. Fuck, sorry. Ah. Sorry. How could we? We'd not be where we are now without you. Right, we got a bit sidetracked here. We should probably be on our way. Do we patrol or see if she'll need a hand? There you all are. Galulja! Ah, splendid. We were afraid we'd miss you. Alice and the others said you were here. Good news, Enfia. We finally found a chink in we finally found a chink in Calix's armor. We discovered laboratories in Everkeep stand level that housed a preservation initiative. Huh. Containment Complex 1029 it's called, and it's been falsely registered as distribution center. In reality, it hasn't recorded any traffic in decades. We don't think this is where Calix is hiding as such, but it may well contain clues that will point us in the right direction. I'm sorry it took so long to get this far. If you're interested what to do, well, my god! Oh! If you're interested, what do you say we all go and check it out together? Thank you for all your hard work. This is a huge step forward. Hand up! We need to take the lift to get to the complex. I've cleared this expedition with the relevant authorities and have one of our people waiting to operate said lift. Let's not keep her waiting. Alright. I think it's time for me to have a little break. I'm gonna have to do a little change, which is add a scene here. I say the BRB. which means now the screen is black. But I'll... It's harder than I thought. Oh my god, I'm struggling and fumbling. Oh no. Take this one back. Okay, I'm not allowed to. Add source. Media source. No. Oh my god. Add source. Browser. Okay, that's a step in the right direction. I want to copy that one, this one. Source. Image. It's just image. Wrong one. This one. Doing things live on stream. Hoo hoo hoo. That's something you should do. Okay. This works. This works. Alright, be right back. I'm gonna have to get something to eat. Alright, I quickly ate something. So now I can continue. Oh, I should have gotten something to drink. But it's alright. I'll do that in like an hour. When the next ad break will inevitably come. I'll share the method we used to find containment complex once we're inside. It wasn't actually all that different to the story how we stumbled across the back room. It sounds like Galulja played a big part in this breakthrough. I'll be sure to treat him to a fine feast once this is all over. She made me her assistant. She was teaching me the basics of data management. Preservation laboratories, I shudder to think that at what they were researching, but this is no time to be squeamish. An institute on preservation skill would have had many such facilities in the city, yet I cannot help but wonder if this one is where my parents worked. Ready to head on up? Next up, the 10th level. Yes, let's do this. Spooky.
So this is one of Preservation's laboratories.
It's so dark I can barely see.
Just a moment. If I can reroute the power to the circuit.
You got the lights working!
I feel like he's just sending us on a goose trail.
Smell how stale the air is. This room hasn't been in use for many years.
It was thanks to Kryl and Galulja that we managed to locate this place.
You may remember that my earring contained the control code for the gate to the Golden City. As it was Preservation that constructed the portal, we reasoned that the code to operate it might include a signature of some sort, unique to their organization.
So I took a closer look, and a line-by-line examination yielded a string of symbols identifying the code's author. We then began accessing the nodes for every door in Ffxiv, seeking out control codes which contained those same symbols. After a grueling search, we finally discovered our prize behind door number 1860, the entrance to the facility in which we now stand. I'd probably still be at it if Galulja hadn't been around to assist me.
I took breaks, but Shale never stopped working. Not even once.
Shale. Sounds like you need one of Janot's energy tonics.
Those concoctions would probably do me more harm than good, but I appreciate the sentiment. In any case, this next part will require your helping hands.
Ooh.
We need to spread out and search for something that may lead us to Calyx.
We're more than happy to help, of course. But I wonder, won't he realize we've found this place?
I think this is what he wants.
It's highly likely, and personally I hope he does.
I think he does. I think he's just sending us on a goose race. Well, good. Good. You all know your main objective. We're here to pick up Galaxy's trail. And I've learned of a certain device that should help us do that. I'll explain how we proceed, but according to the information I was able to dredge up, the device in question should have been installed in the director's office. My god. Ugh. Now, as for where that might be, yes, this map matches my data. This room we're in is the researcher's commons, located in the western side of the complex. The director's office is to the northeast of here. So we should cut across the circular chambers in the middle, yes? Yes, we should, but unfortunately for us, the interior door is locked. We need a security key with appropriate clearance to open it. Judging by the mechanism, it'll probably be a card of some kind. Can't you, work some electro magic? I'll try my best, but this type of lock is well before my time. It may take a while to crack it. And in case I can't, you might want to look around to see if anyone left a security card behind. Considering the state of the place, it does seem like they abandoned it in some haste. It shouldn't be surprised if we found one. Very well, let's get searching, shall we? I expect we'll have the most luck looking where the researchers kept their personal belongings. You began searching Containment Complex 1029. Close cooperation will be necessary to overcome the obstacles barring your path forward. Helping hints will appear in a different color. Pay close attention to the information provided by your comrades should you find yourself unable to proceed. One moment. Alright. Abandoned paperwork. A few documents sit in an untidy stack atop the desk. You find no security cards hidden among them. The terminal screen displays what appears to be an index page of an employee manual. Personal protocols. For security reasons, Containment Complex 1029 has been registered as a material distribution center. Keep this in mind and conduct yourself accordingly, both inside and outside the facility. Each employee must perform their tasks within their designated workrooms, the Researcher's Commons, the Proto Lab, or the Tutorial Lab. Entrance into another workroom without official clearance is strictly prohibited. Carry your security card at all times. Your clearance level dictates the area in which you have access. Equip your regulators at all times. Due to highly confidential nature of the research materials and other data managed within the complex, preservation retains of the ownership. Okay, I don't want to read any more of that. This small shelving unit holds some office supplies and a little else of note. This appears to be the only desk with drawers already open. You can tell at a glance that the desk's former owner has left some things behind. Riffle through the half-open desk drawers? Yes. You discover a card-shaped object. The electrode surface is marked with bold level 1. Oh? Could that be what we're looking for? Try it on the door and see if it opens. And hello, I am doing well. I hope you're doing well as well. Just trying to play through the MSQ. Finally, after a long time. A scanning device. A scanning device. The card-shaped object you hold looks to be similar size to the scanner panel. You hold the card-shaped object to the scanner. Well, today is my last day of my summer holiday because tomorrow I'll be starting my internship, so I'm also just killing my time playing the game. Also, it's the last day of my active subscription. I'm not planning to re-sub for a little while as I'll be busy. So, hey. And the good thing too, I was getting nowhere with the outdated circuit. I feel like I was pressing buttons without noticing. I'm curious though, why would they abandon a facility like this? It was run by Director Demetrius, or so that terminal there told me. Perhaps there are more answers to be had once we venture further inside. Then let's continue onwards. The door to the director's office is across the central hub. Oh, is it working? Yeah, that's working. Oh god, they're all standing here. I don't think this keycard's gonna work. You hold the level 1 security card up, but the scanner beeps in disapproval. No good. Maybe we need a different card? Yes, the scanner is demanding a level 3 security clearance to open the lock. As much as the delay achieves me, we just have to comb through the nearby rooms and hope we stumble upon the card we need. Let's start a search in the proto lab. The door is already open, at least. We'll find a way through together, Shale, I'm sure of it. The other games I play, mostly Overwatch on the side and whatever I feel like playing. It's not really it's a lot of other games, but mostly Overwatch at the time. Please excuse my impatience. The means to track down Calyx are close, and I'm itching to get my hands on them. I dug through the data tablet and found a journal. I'll read it to you. The results of experiment 158 show a marked improvement in ether extraction rates. At last, we have achieved the target value set by Master Calyx. Though I will become endless as per ascendancy protocols, I will preserve this historic number along with my few remaining worldly effects. Reserves the number. I went through a phase where I played a lot of Phasmophobia, but my friends just stopped playing for a bit. About a collab, I'm not sure, because like I said, I'm starting internship tomorrow, and I don't really have time then. This is like my last free day, and then I'll have a lack of privacy because now everyone is at work, and otherwise everyone is here. Give me a second, alright? I'm just going to continue, alright? Sorry for the little... skim through entries. Today I began my employment at Preservation. The organization was unfamiliar to me, but when the recruitment letter arrived, I had a gut feeling that this work would be far more fulfilling than unorthodox medical or something. My instincts were correct. Master Calix's philosophy is to refined ideal notions if I've only ever vaguely entertained. Then that mankind must evolve beyond the shackles of its flesh and blood existence. I had a meeting with Director Demetrius today. I've heard others praise his genius intellect, yet he seems to be gathering candle in comparison to Master Calix's blinding brilliance. This morning I was permitted to access the top floor and observe the workings of living memory. As predicted, the sources of ether required to sustain the Endless is reaching critical levels, yet Queen Svina insists on continuing her effectual faith something. Our Milala colleague, including the Product Lab chief, have been behaving in a decidedly suspicious manner of late. Should I report my concerns to the director? From tomorrow I have assigned to assist with the research project in the tutorial lab. We are scheduled to conduct a major experiment, the details of which have been kept ignorant. It would seem prudent to back up my memory data. So why are you still on my screen? You have reached the end of the journal entries. Let me just jump over, please. This machine feeds into a soul cell. I am reminded of my imprisonment by the Empire. Surely this device wasn't made to hold people. These notes seem to be about research they did in here. Let's take a look. Experiment 148, submitting interference candidate 201930 to be considered for efficiency procedure review. Experiment 158, maximum value of 11509 recorded. Comparative study to be included in the report. Alright then. Oh, and one more. Experiment 163. New proposal conducted a research of 9834. Decreased value verified. Well, I have no idea what any of that means, but it will make sense later on. The way this room is set up, the canister inserted into that large device looks to be a soul cell. Could this be where they conducted their experiments to create Endless? But we could probably spend days investigating this complex. Finding a way into the director's office must take something. Speaking of which, Kaluja mentions the locker over in the corner that he couldn't open. Perhaps you could take a look. Oh god, numbers. Oh god, numbers. What is this? 0. Select the number keys in the pad input combination. Enter up to 5 digits, then press the confirmation key. I go back. Fuck. I don't know what. $158 number. Damn it. Well, it's not gonna be 158. 1, 2, 3, 10. 11509? 11509. One, 11509. Haha, ha ha ha. What you got? Enfia, you got the locker open. And you found another security guard. Oh, but does that say level 2? We need a level 3, didn't we? Yes, but it should still open more doors for us to explore. You did well. These preservation members led such surprisingly normal lives. Leaving notes, losing cars, I guess I imagined they'd be more what's the word? Bloodless? Mechanical? My parents were once part of the preservation, if you'll recall. It would seem the researchers who were great with Calyx and his philosophy underwent the conversion to endless entities, but I assume those who could not, or would not, eventually left the organization altogether. Oh, I almost forgot. The researchers kept journals in their data tablets. The one I read doesn't explain much, but something big happened in the complex, and afterwards it was decided that everyone would become endless. The writer was really happy about this. You can tell how much they admired Calyx's work. The entries ended after that, but maybe you can read more in the other tablet there. Right, let's move this investigation to the other room. Well, we have the Deterra lab and the maintenance facilities left to search. Both are accessed with the southeast corridor. So, it's back to the hub and the locked doors across the way, which will hopefully yield before our new security guard. I'll take the old one if you like. I doubt we'll have any more use of it for it. Alright, back to that data tablet. Well, I guess we're going through this door. Calyx hasn't bothered to show his face yet. I see. Maybe he hasn't noticed us, or maybe he's just watching and waiting. Who else do they have? What else do they have in this place? If I read that map right, it must be a lot smaller than Uweyawata's facility. The scanner awaits. Hold the security guard up to the panel and it should unlock the door. It seems not everyone who joined the preservation became endless right away. There must have been research that required physical bodies. If there was others besides my parents who left the preservation, where might they be now? Dead. Doubt that one is even alive. Yes, it opened! So, should we go then? The Deterra lab or facilities? Go to the lab. Let's start with the lab. What does this sign say? How strange. This door is not lit up like the others. Shouldn't the security guard open this door as easily as the last one? What is it, Galuja? Chill. There doesn't seem to be any power here. No? None at all. It's possible the energy supply for this room is on a separate conduit, which means there should be a contingency for opening the door. Look here. There's a sign above the card scanner. In case of emergency, backup power can be rerouted from facilities. The facilities room is down the other branch of this corridor. Let's see about getting the power restored to the Deterra lab, shall we? Oh good, the terminal is lit up. That means we have power in this room. The Deterra lab must have required greater amounts of energy to operate. What kinds of experiments they were conducting in there? Those are some big fleshy floor tiles. I wonder what they're for. So this room was for managing the power supply and utilities. I hope they kept security guards in here as well. So much text. Engaging power supply. No good. It's returning an error. There must be a preliminary procedure. According to this error code reference, if the power supply has been interrupted for an extended period of time, they will need to reconfigure both the emergency generator and the circuit control panels. Chill. That's the emergency generator over there, isn't it? Yes, and by the looks of it, it's the same model as the one used in Heritage Found. But how does it send power into the other labs? Ah, I see. The energy cable attached to the base of this terminal leads down the hall directly to the Deterra lab, which means we need a way to connect the generator to that cable. What about these patterns on the floor? Could this be the circuit which we need to reconfigure? I believe you have the right of it. Using the control panel set into each of the tiles, we create an unbroken path. Oh, I see. We can create an unbroken path for the power to follow. What I wouldn't give for an instruction manual. Indeed, if you could look over any other written procedures, I'll keep digging through the terminal's directories. Might I ask someone to operate a generator? I can do it. I've used that type of machine before. Then I will be willing to try and reconfigure the circuit part, Anvia. I will. The rest of us can help by supplying Anvia with whatever information might be found on the circuitry configuration. I think I can do this myself, actually. Alright, so... Well, wasn't that hard? You've reconnected all the circuits. Inform your comrades of the successful reconfiguration. That wasn't hard at all. It worked! You did it, Anvia. And with no one's help. Because I'm smart like that. The Turo lab should now be powered. Well done. If I may, Shale, could we access a certain data log before moving on? I was checking the storage shelves and one of the labels caught my eyes. Preservation, the early days is the title. Of course, it doesn't take a moment to bring up the contents. Ha, it looks to be text-based account. I'll read it out. Preservation, Alexandria Institute for Technology Development was founded by Calix, an 11-year-old child prodigy. Approval for establishing the organization came during Alexandra's involvement in the storm surge, with Calix's design for new defensive solutions funded a large part of the treasury. As the conflict grew in intensity, the casualties mounted. Calix funneled Preservation's resources towards the perfection of memory storage. Research into this field continued even after the storm surge came to an end, with Calix eventually electing to preserve his own memories in a virtual domain. So this account is from before he embraced his endless existence hundreds of years ago. I met him only once before the storm surge began. I was attending my father, who was then the reigning king of Alexandria. Calix could not have been more than 10 years old of age, and required constant treatment for his debilitating illness. Yet still he published theories so highly regarded that even royal families was aware of his achievements. Life should not be lost in the injustice of death. Even now I can hear the single-minded will behind his words. So it was that when war came to our kingdom, my father was quick to commit his unwavering support to his somber youth and his proposals for preservation. Several years later, the ensuing violence brought to the death of both my parents, overwhelmed as I was by my sudden succession to the throne. I suspect they spared me the report on endless research and other less urgent matters. So he had no way of knowing what kind of person Calix was changing into. Did he change, I wonder? Perhaps he has ever been the type to value ideals over compassion, and I failed to see it at the time. Or perhaps he did change, but is still driven by those same deeply held beliefs. The mortality is cruel and unjust, and his role is to deliver mankind from its fate. Whatever the case may be, we can allow him to shape our future. Let's press on, shall we? If I've done my job correctly, the door to the lab should be accessible now. It will give him everything once over just to be sure. I think after this quest, I'm gonna stop because I'm getting annoyed. No, partly by the story, but I just need to do something else real quick. Oh, that's now. The energy current seems stable enough. Still, you should let me handle this one. Security guard, if you please. Oh, and quick prayer, and that I ensure that the wire doesn't burn me from the inside out. Alright. That's enough. I have done enough. Wait, let me just... And... Oh, not what I wanted. That works too. No, it does not. What's the shortcut again? Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Oh, it did work. Alright. I think it's enough. My throat's starting to hurt, so that's why. Hope you have a nice day. I'll see you for the next one, which might be in about 20 weeks.